Welcome, Craig. Great to have you here today.
Good morning, Pastor.
Hey, happy Monday to you.
And to you.
Yeah, it's been quite a week. I think we just finished up staff meeting, and everyone came in really slow. We were all walking like we're 90s.
Yes.
Not that there's anything wrong with being 90.
After that horrific storm that came through Saturday night, I walked in today, and David Johnson and Renee were out in the office, and I said, I think a second tornado just came right through me overnight.
Wow. Yeah, right.
Just that Monday morning feeling, man. Like all the holiday stuff for the most part is over now, in terms of music here at church, but also at Trevecca. We had a great celebration last night, but my mind and body are saying to me, hey, it's time for vacation.
It is.
Let's rest.
Yeah, and one dynamic that most people don't know who are in ministry, like in clergy ministry, is that Monday is a really tough day for ministers and clergy because we have spent all of our energy the entire week, and so we don't necessarily take Sunday to kind of recoup. It's really an energy burn for us, and so each of us take different days of the week as downtime or as our Sabbath. But Monday, and especially today, it was just a challenge for sure.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of different pastors' gatherings where, kind of sort of kidding, most people say every Monday, every church staff member for at least 30 seconds thinks about resigning.
Right. It's always on Monday. That's right. No, it was a powerful week. So many things happening. It's like all the celebrations of schools and churches, and then you with the university. It's all combined together in 1 week, and so everything just hits in this 1 week. So it's been good. And I was talking to Kara last night, and I was surprised because we started technically Thanksgiving weekend,
right,
which was not technically a Christmas weekend for church calendar, but as of yesterday, we've been 3 weeks into this Christmas celebration, and I felt like I've taken, in some ways, I feel like part of me is sung out because there's been so many good events. The symphony that was here on Thursday, truly just a wonderful blessing. So thanks so much for scheduling all this. It's been a lot of different genres and a lot of different ways to celebrate Christmas, and that's fun. I like the eclectic approach to it.
It's been fun for me too, and I will say, to your point about kind of starting even a little bit before Christmas, I accidentally lit all 3 Advent candles yesterday morning, and right before church had to snuff one because in my mind I was thinking it's the 17th for some reason. It was just one of those comical moments of ministry.
Well, what's funny is I walked in the back. I'm like, 3 candles are lit, and in my mind I'm like, oh yeah, it is the third Sunday of Advent, and it wasn't. I mean, that's just how my mind is operating because we're planning into January and February.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And I looked at it. I didn't even think anything was wrong. Yeah. I would have known until later on.
Well, thanks to Jana Gomer for walking in and saying, hey, I don't think it's the third Sunday of Advent. I said, you know what? You're right.
So when we say Happy Monday, that's why my tone on Monday is just so slow and methodical. It's just my mind is just catching up. But truly, it's been a great time. So
hey, who won the fruitcake?
Fruitcake. My mom called in and was the first to contact me. And then I think we have someone from out of state. I'll have to go back and look and see. But they will be shipped a fruitcake before December. Yeah,
that's awesome.
It'll be fun. But thanks for making it happen.
Oh, that was fun.
I wish we had another giveaway here today, but we don't necessarily have a giveaway. We can create one, but we don't necessarily have a giveaway. Hey, I'm pulling back this Sunday. It's going to be a strange way to work the passage of Scripture for Sunday because I'm actually going to be sitting in the Psalms. I'm going to continue in the passage of Scripture in Luke 2. We're just going to expand on a phrase that's in there so that by the time Christmas is here, we've hit certain phrases of that story each week. But I'm going to be working in Psalm, the book of Psalms this week because it helps illustrate where our trust is. And without getting into the nature of that specifically, or confusing the audience, be sure to stay in Luke 2, read that story. The angels visit the shepherds, read that story again, memorize it. Maybe even be prepared on Christmas Day when you sit around with family or friends and read that aloud, maybe in your devotional time, read that specifically. But we're going to hit different emphases. So each week, our minds are going to be drawn to certain phrases every time we hit and read that story together. So it's going to be in Luke 2, but we're talking about joy this week.
Yes.
And I'm bringing back a picture. And this is one of the funniest pictures, and I'll just give it away. I'll talk about it again on Sunday. But I'm bringing back a picture that I used a few years ago. And it's a picture of someone's front yard, and they have these big letters, joy, that are lighting the front yard. But evidently a windstorm came up and knocked over the J. And so it says, oi. And so this week we're going to talk about, how to keep the oi and bring back the joy
Yes.
of Christmas.
Yes, that's awesome.
It's a fun photo, and I'm looking forward just to really expressing a sense of joy. We had a staff member here who's now in ministry somewhere else, but they had this emphasis that I really loved, and their emphasis was the church people do a lot of really good things. They're talking in general about the church. It seems like the church does a lot of really good things, but it seems like it's difficult for people to be joyful. They do things, but not always filled with joy. And I think I think joy is a unique characteristic. Technically, it's a fruit of the Spirit.
Right.
But moments, do you have a person who always expressed a sense of joy, even in hardship, even in the challenges of time growing up as a kid?
Oh yeah, my dad's dad, who's been long gone from us now, but he was that kind of disposition,
Right.
And it wasn't just personality with
Yeah.
them, Some people just have a happy disposition, but it was deeper than that. There was just always a sense of security in the Lord and confidence in Jesus, despite the circumstance. Sarah DiGianardo is that for me here in our family. Like every week, man, just full of the joy of the Lord, and shares that so freely with everybody. Anna, same thing,
Right.
I mean, just
Agreed. Yeah.
every time I see Anna, several times within the same morning, if I pass her by, hi Craig,
Yeah.
with a big smile on her face, and it's
Yeah.
not just, again, disposition. There's just a place of
I agree.
confidence and resolve and surrender in the
Yeah.
Lord that's just deep and fulfilling, and it's what's the word? Contagious.
It is contagious for sure, and it's uplifting. It's disarming, and I'm looking forward, even in research, as I research it more this week, truly what the characteristics of joy are. And obviously, joy to the world, the Lord has come, is a phrase that we kind of spin our energy on. But thinking about this word joy, I think too often it's something that escapes us, and it's not anything. It's not a characteristic, rather, that's modeled by our culture very well. There's the people are seeking laughter, seeking entertainment.
Right.
I said to you when you interviewed here, you said, what kind of things would you like to have, and what are your plans? What are your goals for the church? And I said, one of the simplest things for me is just laughing as a do ministry.
Yeah.
Ministry and just doing life is many times difficult, but I think laughing and being filled with joy along the way is something that I think I long for as a minister, but I think other people do as well. So I'm looking forward to exploring the topic.
Absolutely.
The topic. So this week, how to leave out the oi and how to bring back the joy to the world the Lord has come.
That's amazing.
We'll see how that conversation goes.
We need to write a new spin on joy to the world, oi to the world.
Yeah.
Just as a parody.
Yeah. Yeah, true. And I think the song that I was playing last night is a song by Kane. And the first time I saw the song, it's "I'm So Blessed."
Oh yeah.
It has a fun beat, a fun hook to it.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of fun to see the gimmicks in that video. There's actually a video that accompanies the song.
I've seen it.
And it kind of goes back to like the Brady Bunch era.
Yep.
You know, it's an interesting turn. But you know, I found myself last night at the evening. Here's my habit. In the evening, Sunday evening for me, it's about chilling. It's about following up. It's about reviewing. It's about making sure I'm planning for the next day. But yesterday, I just found myself, I don't want to talk. I just want to listen to music. And I found myself just hitting certain playlists last night, and that was one. Just to, because as a music minister, I was constantly listening to music. But as a lead pastor, I listen to music less and rely on conversation and other things more. And I'm geared to be connected to music. I mean, that's where I found a lot of joy. So I found myself last night just chilling to a lot of different playlists to kind of enjoy the song.
That's interesting because my life is filled to the uttermost with music all the time.
Yeah.
For me, I'm finding at age 54 now, maybe that's part of it too, I'm finding great joy in silence.
Yeah.
Like just being quiet for a little bit and letting all the noise stop.
Yeah.
So that I can breathe and hear God's voice clearly and reflect a little bit more. You know, life is busy, but for me, it's filled with notes. So it's like the antithesis for me at this phase of my life. Like Sunday nights for me are all is calm, all is bright.
Right.
You know?
And I think, isn't it, and you made me think about this idea of joy, and we've attached an emotion to it, haven't we?
Yeah. And so, it's not emotion.
It's not emotion. And so even in silence, you know, the uplift of the soul from the very confidence that we have and trust we have in God can happen. I get it. Yeah. Be still and know that He is God.
That's it.
Right.
That's it. And I've not been a be still person by nature, you know. By nature, I'm a busy guy.
Yes.
And but I'm learning the value of finding joy in quiet.
Understood.
Deanna's good for me on that, actually.
I love that.
Yeah, she's really good for me on that.
Well, I have to confess though, every morning I get up, I try to find joy in a cup of coffee, because that's
the
just
Santa's White Christmas blend, dude. That stuff is amazing.
Yeah.
Where has that been all my life?
Right.
The note, so many notes in that coffee, man. Like I can't quite figure them all out.
It's like caramel, white chocolate, snow,
like cinnamon. I don't know what, you know.
Yeah, I don't know what they put.
Some of Grandma's love is in there somehow too. You know, I mean, it's just like
someone who is joyful made it. Is what it is.
That's it. It's a cup of joy.
Greg, thanks for taking a few minutes with us this week.
Thank you, man. Love you a bunch.
Yeah, you as well, and rest up. And we look forward to a great time of worship this week. Know you're loved and prayed for. And audience, know that you're loved and prayed for as well. We're thinking of you today. Thanks for your encouragement on this journey. And Merry Christmas to you early. Okay, God bless you.